Hi everyone, I'm Lori Harder, transformational coach, fitness expert, and author of the best-selling A Tribe Called Bliss book. And you guys, I'm so excited that you came for the free tribe training because this is all about what is stopping you from having the supportive tribe that you want, or how to get it and connect even deeper. So I'm really thrilled that you joined me to actually learn and work through exactly how to create a tribe that not only supports you, but actually accelerates your goals. And this is exactly what Tribe has done for my life. So I want to break down everything for you guys, all of the blocks, all of the things that have been stopping you maybe before you start, or once you've started really getting into these different groups, what stops you in between. So the book is broken into 3 sections, just like this video is broken into 3 sections. So I'm going to be training on every single section. So even if you didn't get the book, which I hope you get the book and you follow along, you're going to learn exactly what it's going to take in order to build a lasting tribe that's going to support you. So in section 1, which I'm going to be teaching on today, it's the new way of building your community. Section 2 is the new way of being, and we'll talk all about what I even mean by being, and that holds something called the 7 sacred agreements that we're going to go over. And section 3 is the new way of belonging. And that is so juicy because I think that we think in order to go where we want to go, we have to fit into different groups. We have to be accepted in different groups. And I am going to break the myth all about needing to be accepted into these groups that we think we need to be accepted in and what it actually looks like. So today on the new way of building your community, I know that so many people, now that I have gotten this book out into the world, some of the main questions are, what if I don't have a tribe? Or what if I already have this tribe of close friends, but I want to be able to go deeper with them, or I want to be able to talk about some things that I have not yet talked about with people, or I have these really big goals, or I'm scared to bring up different conversations about things in this group of friends. And first and foremost, I want to say, the reason I wrote the book is because I want the book to be used as the excuse. I want the book to be the invite. I want the book to be the thing that starts the conversation and the catalyst. But that's not to say you need it for everything. Because when I started my tribe, which is why I wrote the book, I share everything in here that I did without having these things. So if you do not have a tribe yet, the main question is, where do you find a tribe? Like, where do I start finding these people if you're not in college anymore? You don't have these things to connect over. It seems like everybody's so busy. It's like nobody has time for friends. So when I moved from the Midwest, and we had moved around, my husband and I had moved around like 4 different times there. And then when we moved from the Midwest to California, I literally had no one or any friends, and I had some massive goals that I wanted to achieve. So I wanted to really make sure that I took the opportunity that as I was attempting to make friends, that I was building the tribe that I wanted, who would actually support this lifestyle that I was hoping to step into even more. So with that said, the things that I did, these are things that you can do now. In the social media age, we are literally so connected that we can create any group of friends that we want. But I want to make sure that you're creating the group that really supports you, that you feel most supported in, most connected, most yourself. That's the most important thing, that this is a space where you feel like you can be fully yourself, fully vulnerable, fully expressed, and still be accepted. And we'll talk in section 2 about how that's going to be possible. But first, what you can actually do, when I moved to California, I searched different hashtags, and I also searched different fitness studios, and I searched different things that I knew all of these are different studios, different ways to connect, different ways to meet different women, different networking events, different events. And I started looking at who was tagging themselves at events, started looking at who was hashtagging themselves at Soul Cycle, at different cycle studios, at different workout places, because I knew that we would at least have that in common. And if I wasn't going to these studios, I would make sure that when I reached out to them, I would say, hey, I just wanted to connect with you. I'm new in the area. I just noticed that I was just searching through the different hashtags. I was searching through this different fitness community online, and I noticed that we share a lot of the same interests. Just wondering if you'd ever want to do a Soul Cycle or do one of those workouts or go to a networking event and catch a coffee afterward for 20, 30 minutes. So you guys, if you want a tribe, if that sounds bold to you, these are the bold things that you have to do. But there was also a second part to why this worked for me. If some of you are saying, well, I've tried that, or I don't know if I can put myself out there that much, I'm so afraid of rejection. Yes, I was massively afraid of rejection as well. But what I would do in that message is I would also let them off the hook, because one of the main reasons that people don't get back to you or they reject you is because they don't know what your expectations are. Around all of the conversations that I've had so far, women are saying things like, you know, I've gotten inboxes like that where people have asked me to do things or pick my brain or feel like maybe I'm just being used for something, or I'm afraid that women are gonna want way too much of my time. And how you get around that so that they actually feel safe to enter into this relationship is to say something like, you know, I'd love to go grab a coffee. I literally have zero expectation around this. This might just be a one-time thing so I can see how to support you, maybe how you could support me, if I can offer any value into your life. But I'm really just looking to connect this once, see if anything comes from it. If not, no worries. And I literally would write this over and over and over again, looking for things that I was already doing and they were already doing. So it wasn't like I was inviting someone to a workout that they had never done, or I wasn't inviting someone to do something that was so far off from what they typically already do. So if you know that you want to be in a certain space or a networking event, or you really want to connect over business, you need to look at where all of the business women and people are and then search from there. Let them know you'd love to see how you could support them. You'd love to see if any of your ideas overlap and help each other. And then also, again, letting them off the hook that you're not expecting some massive time commitment within that first meeting or after that, saying, it's great, let's just see where it goes. Like, I have zero expectation. It doesn't, you know, if it's great and we can offer each other help, awesome. If not, great, I enjoyed one coffee with you and that'll be awesome. So I think that allows people to enter into these relationships without having this fear of, oh my goodness, what happened last time when I did this is now this woman's in my life and she wants all of this time from me and I don't have this time because I need to be with my family and I'm doing all of these goals and I'm making sure that I'm, you know, or I'm committed to all of these other things. So the things you can pull from this are, figure out how you're going to reach out to people. Where do you most want to build your tribe? Is it around fitness? Is that what you need most support around? Is it around business? Is it around creativity? Is it around wanting to start that dance class that you finally want to start? What is it? Writing, workshopping, writing a book, and go start searching online. You guys, online is literally access to everyone and everything. Look under hashtags under events. Look under hashtags under the workout studios in your city. Look under hashtags under women's networking event. It's going to blow your mind what is there. And when I started doing that, even things that, you know, started coming up around events that I had no idea these events were around. And I would message someone who went and said, do you mind telling me where you get the info on this event? I'd love to go next time. Conversation starts from there, or you go to the event, meet all of those people, make it your intention to go home with 3 new connections. Notice I said don't just go. It's all about your intention and being so clear about exactly what you want. Now, the second part of this is I just shared if you don't have a tribe. Now, if you already have a tribe, what you can do is, if there's a group that you really want to stay connected in your life, but maybe you don't feel as connected as you want, or you feel like you just keep talking about the same thing or not quite breaking the surface of what you continue to talk about, you can absolutely use this book to take your relationships deeper. Now, there's an invitation in the front of the book. It's actually a sacred invitation that says right in the front, it says, dearest, you fill in the blank. This is a sacred invite to your tribe so that together we may find and follow our bliss. So you would fill in their name on the book, or you could send them to a tribecalledbliss.com and you can find the invite there that they will also see sent to them. But I want to read you the full invite so that you can understand what you would be getting into with these women. So really, really clear intentions. It says, with this book, I would like to extend a sacred invitation to join a tribe called Bliss. Dear fill in the blank, I gift you this book and extend an invite to our new Bliss tribe because you are a woman I admire and whom I would like to connect with on a deeper level. Bound by the agreements and inspired by the lessons and pursuits inside this book, I believe we can have a beautiful connection that doesn't take away from our time and energy, but instead restores, recharges, and adds more value to our lives. A Bliss tribe is a group of women who know with certainty that there is more to be experienced in this lifetime than what is seen on the surface. We sense our calling to crack surface layers and live in a more meaningful way. We are done suppressing, shrinking, and shying away from our light. We learn to accept uncertainty and failure and get excited to bloom from under the dirt in which we were buried. We no longer choose to travel alone and have a mutual interest in elevating ourselves as much as we do each other. We believe that when we come from a place of service and adding value to another woman's life, we will be abundantly blessed and taken care of. We agree to act, speak, and show up in accordance with the highest good in order to fulfill our potential and follow our bliss. We forgive ourselves quickly and share our fears to eradicate the power of the stories that are stopping us. We refuse to settle for a life unlived. We are sisters in the arena together and we go further, faster, while having way more fun. Tribes thrive on structure and agreements, which will be clearly laid out in this book for us to follow. A Bliss tribe has a tribe meeting and tribe discussions. Guided by this book for 1 hour every other week, our tribe agrees to never go over time, respect all rules, and always honor our consistent appointment. If this isn't the right time or you don't feel called to this commitment or connection, please know this book is still a gift for you to read on your own or to build your own tribe. If you feel called to a radical new way of living and to stepping into your highest potential, please RSVP by emailing, and then you put your email address into the space with a yes, I'm ready to connect to my tribe. So you guys, I know that was a long invite, but I think it's really important to set the expectation of what your connection is going to look like. And when people have that laid out and you have agreements, that is how you can move forward. So the new way of building your community is like a radical new way of being honest and showing up fully, authentically you. So the book is going to be the way to do it. It's going to be the invite. It's going to be the excuse. It's going to be the thing that you can blame if you need to go through different things that are arising. You can always refer back to the book. It's like having your hand held for creating relationships that are actually meant to add value to your life. Or we live in a time where relationships are really disposable. It's like the second we hit a bumpy path or we don't agree with each other or someone does not reach someone else's expectations, it's like we either don't show up for them anymore or we just write it off or we get really resentful of that person. So if you want lasting connections that are there for you, like those die-hard sisters, that inner circle who has just got your back no matter what, you have to have these agreements. This is what I do. This is exactly what I do within my tribe. This is how I've built my community. You guys, the people who are the most close in my life right now, we met online and we just randomly reached out to each other because we had the same interests. And what I shared in the beginning of this video was the beginning of this entire tribe, this entire event, and this entire book. So it works. I still do it every single day. So I hope that you loved this video. I hope that you start reaching out and building your tribe. And make sure if you love this video and you're ready to connect to someone that you share it with them so they can see what you're doing so they can do it as well, or you can do it together. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you, and I cannot wait to have you be a part of the biggest tribe book club in the world, where you're not only doing this on your own and with your tribe, but you're doing it with the entire group of us who have this book. So you can always go to atribecalledbliss.com to look at everything about the book there. Bye, everyone.